Thank you for joining. We want to continue our discussion with multiplication, and in this video we will be taking a step further by looking at multiplying two digits 2 by 2. So I'm going to start with the first example just to be able to provide a walkthrough where we have 13 multiplying 12. So you notice 13 is a 2 digit and 12 is also 2 digits. So these are the ones that we'll call the tens. So how do we multiply them? There are various ways that some individuals use to be able to arrive at their answer, but we're trying to really establish a common approach that is very simple that we can easily relate with, most especially for those that are trying to build their skills in number operation. And how does this one work? The number below, we multiply the number above, and then we have the answer here. If there's any carryover, we'll put it on the other left hand side. And the same way we did earlier, this number will also multiply the second digit, and this second digit here, 1, we multiply 3, and 1 will multiply 1, and then we record the values and then sum everything in the process. So this is what we are going to walk through. At least we have 5 good examples that we can practice. So please, you can get your paper and pen and follow along as you walk through these simple exercises to be able to give you the comfort level that you require to be able to handle multiplication for 2 by 2 digits. So let's take this one. 13 multiplied by 12. So we have the multiplication. The first step is 2 will multiply 3. So we have 2 times 3. This will give us 6. And then 2 will multiply 1. And that will give us 2. And then we come to the left hand side where we have 1. 1 will multiply 3. And that gives us 3. We're going to write our 3 under 2. And then 1 will multiply 1. And that gives us 1. So because of the positioning of the numbers, that is where we put our answers. So the next thing we do, we're going to add. So there's nothing under 6. It's as if you are saying 6 plus 0 and 2 plus 3 and 1 plus 0. So we have 156. So 6 plus 0 gives us 6. 2 plus 3 gives us 5, and 1 plus 0 gives us 1. So 13 times 12 gives us 156. So the key concept you want to take away here is the processes we need to follow to multiply these numbers. So let's go to the second example where we have 23 multiplying 16. We follow the same pattern. 6 will multiply 3, and 6 will multiply 2, and 1 will multiply 1. And when we have the answers, we're going to sum everything in the end. So that is what we are going to do in this regard. So let's just go ahead. Since we understand the steps, we're going to multiply 23 by 16. So first thing, 6 will multiply 3, and that gives us 18. So remember, left and right, we're going to write 8. We have 1, we carry 8 like we did in our previous video. So 6 will multiply 2, and that gives us 12 plus 1 that we carried, and that becomes 13. So we have 138. Now we are not done because we have to multiply with this one. 1 times 3 will give us 3. We're going to write it under the number that we multiply it. And then 1 times 2 gives us 2. We're just going to write everything here. And if we add it, it gives us 8 plus 0, 8. 3 plus 3, 6. 1 plus 2, 3. And we have 368. So you notice the path we follow: 6 multiplying 3, 6 multiplying 2. 1 multiplying 3, 1 multiplying 2. And that is the item we just tried to list on the right hand side. We try to do this so that we can self-check. In case we verify and we make a mistake, we quickly correct ourselves. As you get a handle on this, you will not need to go through this process anymore. But for a starter, we encourage that you have something to always show your workings, so that in case there's any error, you can always walk back to fine-tune the mistake. So we'll go to the third example. So we are going to multiply 38 by 24. So in this regard, we follow the same process. 4 will multiply 8, 4 will multiply 3. 2 will multiply 8, and 2 will multiply 3. And then we have the answer. So let's work it out now. 38 multiplied by 24. Please always remember to put the multiplication sign so that we can know the number operation that you are trying to execute. So we have 4 times 8. 4 times 8 gives us 32. Try to write this. What number are we going to write down? 2. So we have our plus 3. Then we have 4 times 3, and that is 12. Remember, we have plus 3. This becomes 12 plus 3. It gives us 15. So I will come here and write 152. Now we continue with 2. 2 multiplied by 8 gives us 16. Remember, I'm going to write 6. I'll carry 1 plus 1. And then 2 times 3 gives us 6 plus 1 that we have left over plus 7. So this will be 7. And if we add together, 2 plus 0 gives us 2. And 5 plus 6 is 11. We carry plus 1. And then 2 plus 7 will give us 9. So our final answer will be 912. Let's see. We want to catch up with time and do one more. Number 4. Let's do 46 by 35. So we multiply, same process, doesn't change at all. 5 multiply 6, 5 multiply 4, 3 multiply 6, 3 multiply 4. And then we have our final answer. So let's do this. 46 by 35. So we'll put the multiplication. So 5 times 6, that is 30. Remember the number we're going to write down? 0. We carry 3. Then 5 times 4, that is 20, plus 3. Then we have 230. Now we multiply 3 by 6, and that gives us 18. We write 8 and carry 1. And then 3 times 4 will give us 12, plus 1 here. That's 13. So we have 138. 0 plus 0, 8 plus 3 is 11. We carry 1. And then we have 3 plus 3, 6. And then we have 1 plus 0, 10. So these various ways by which you can always carry out your multiplication. We have all this number on the right hand side to help us verify. Please look for numbers you can multiply and play around until you get a good handle of the process to show that you can multiply the tens 2 digits by 2 digits. Thank you for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one.